do you think, Bear? All right, so today is the day where we finally have inventory back for our pasture-raised chicken. So Joe just got back from the USDA processor, and yeah, so what we have to do now is go through all, I think it was 384 birds that got processed, and we have to go do inventory. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is show you exactly how we do all this inventory and basically how we count and freeze over 2,000 pounds worth of chicken meat. So yeah, it's going to be quite the afternoon. All right, so basically the gist of it is we've got 1, 2, 3, we got 4 freezers that we're going to put this meat in. So I'll show you the freezers that I'm working on. So we've got freezer number 1, freezer number 2, freezer number 3, and then Joe over there is freezer number 4. So what Joe's doing is putting whole birds in the freezer. So this freezer is completely dedicated to our whole birds. So I'll show you what that is like. Excuse the mess. Alright, so I can't remember the exact size of this freezer, but yeah, all the whole birds are going in there. We've already found some 6-pound birds, so that's kind of intense. And then over here, we're doing all the dark meat cuts, the bone and thigh, drumsticks, wings, and then we've got boneless breast, ground chicken, boneless thigh, and sausage links. So that is what I currently have my jobs doing. I've got the boneless breast, the boneless thigh, the sausage links, the ground chicken all up here, and I'll start with those and put those in our freezer. All right, and before I get started, I just want to show you what Joe just told me. Hey Joe, pull that bird out again. So he just told me that we have a over 7-pound chicken. £7.29. Damn. So I do want to emphasize we don't use any hormones or growth enhancers at all. I swear, I promise you. I mean, all we have is our birds are on pasture, and like you've seen, we have this new coop, the 800 square foot coop. So I guess they're just really happy, and we might have kind of overindulged them a little bit at the beginning. So they did get a lot bigger than we were anticipating, but I guess bigger is always better, you know. Beautiful. That's pretty good.
Would you rather me stack it high and try to keep it compact, or use the whole thing?
Use the whole thing. Okay. Yeah. That's dedicated to whole birds. So.
Okay.
And then if we have space, great. If we don't, that's okay. Well, I can safely say that these are probably definitely our chickens. Lost a daggone chicken breast behind the freezer. Yeah. Shit. Hang on. All right. Escapee. All right, so we completed the breast count. So we have officially 187 packs of chicken breast, and they are all in this freezer here, which I'll show you in a little bit. I'm just letting the freezer kind of, well, I guess I'll just show it right now. Should I just show it now? All right, but it's extremely packed in there. But this right here is just completely full of chicken breast. And then we have our chicken sausage right here. So that's 187 packs of chicken breast in this freezer. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm moving on to this chest freezer, and I'll be putting the thighs, drumsticks, wings, and boneless thighs, and maybe anything extra that needs to be put in. Because let me show you this real fast. There's Joe, hardly working. So here's our box of whole birds. And if you come over here, ready? This is completely stacked full of whole chickens. Joe, one thing you gotta look for is this cooling point here. Just turn that up a little bit. So like on that freezer over there, well, you see what down here? The fuller it gets, we'll turn it up just a tad. Right, so one thing I've updated for this freezer is dividers. So we used to just kind of just throw it all in and just have to rummage through and we needed to find stuff, which was obviously extremely inefficient. So yeah, today I cut these boards to the right size freezer and it will divide everything up and make it much easier to do inventory. So yeah, I'll show you that in just a second. And you'll notice too that this freezer door hinge is gone. How do you get it up here last time, Joe?
I don't know. Because it wouldn't stay, and then I opened it and all of a sudden it just stayed open. I really don't know what the trick was.
Whew. All right, so these are our bone-in, skin-on thighs. These are my absolute favorite cut of chicken. Anyone who says they prefer white meat is crazy. And all I'm doing is talking and not writing anything down. The only thing I'll say about the bigger cuts, I mean, it's great that we have these huge cuts, but sometimes those big cuts can get a little watery. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was counting.
No, you're just ignoring me, weren't you?
No, I didn't. I don't know. I guess I wasn't putting cuts away, but.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I always find when if it gets too big, like especially with the dark meat,
yeah,
it can get a little watery. Okay, so we have got this chest freezer officially complete, and we've got all the inventory actually officially complete, which is great. Just took us about 2 hours to complete and pack everything away. So let me show you, like I mentioned, we've kind of separated this freezer. So this is the freezer, how it looks like in this chest freezer. So yeah, we've got our boneless, skinless thighs and drumsticks here. We've got our wings right here. And then we've got our bone-in thighs and our ground chicken in here. We'll split that 3 ways, so a much more efficient way to find all the inventory. And like I mentioned earlier, we've got our boneless breast and our sausage links in here. And then we walk over here. Oops, we got our beer right here. And we got whole birds in here. And then we've got whole birds in that freezer over there, like I've showed you. So yeah, so like I said, it took us about 2 hours to complete everything and pack all this chicken meat away. So what happens now is I'm gonna go on my computer and pull the inventory in our online store. So that will all be live this evening in probably about an hour, but by the time I post this and publish this video, it'll already be live, which you'll be able to find everything at our website, which is www.fatmountainfarms.com, which I'll link in the description below. And then we'll be taking all of this, not all of it, but a lot of this to the farmers markets we attend in North Myrtle Beach tomorrow and Wilmington on Saturday. So if you are local to those areas, definitely swing by. We'll have all the cuts available for you to purchase. And then, like I said, you can go on our online store, and we do ship nationwide every Tuesday, which we use UPS, and it comes here and it just ships right from our farm right to your door. But yeah, like as you can see, we still use a bunch of freezers rather than one big walk-in freezer. Now, probably in hindsight, looking back on when we first started, if I knew our farm would be where it is today, we'd have probably put in a walk-in freezer, but that's hindsight. So we're kind of just running with what we can do at the moment. And if we can avoid having to purchase and put in a walk-in freezer, we will. So these 4 freezers we use are working just fine right now. You know, luckily we're selling enough to keep freezer space and all product moving. So, but if we do run into a backlog where we aren't selling as much, then we're going to have a little bit of a problem. But yeah, I think next year we'll probably have to get a walk-in freezer for sure if we just keep growing like we have been. But yeah, you can see, I mean, you know, we're running, you know, 3,400 birds this year, and we're just running on 4 freezers for our USDA and then 1 freezer for our North Carolina inspected chicken. So it's possible to do it right now. We're still at that weird level, weird area where we're not big enough yet to have that big walk-in freezer and justify it just yet. So, but yeah, other than that, that's about it for today. Short episode, but I appreciate you watching, and just please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. You know, we appreciate all the love and support you've shown our farm over the last couple months starting this YouTube channel. So if you have any questions, just pop it in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer anything you have. And then we'll see you on the next episode.